Let's go ahead and talk about Australia. And let's take a look at what we have for Australia odds this week. So the Australian Grand Prix, pretty much the same pecking order. Matter of fact, exactly the same pecking order.
Not surprised.
Give or take the odds. So what do you like this week?
I like Leclerc. Ferrari finished 1-2 at Melbourne last season. Carlos Sainz won. Charles Leclerc finished second. Sainz led all but one lap. Max Verstappen started on pole, but ended up with a DNF, and that's kind of the way that it went. I wouldn't expect, again, Red Bull to be as strong to the start of this season as they were last year. So I think Ferrari is going to get out of the gate fast. They showed that in testing, so I think they've got a little bit of the edge. The question for me still with Ferrari, and we talked a lot about it last year, is just their ability to not make mistakes. They have a tendency, and McLaren does it too, but Ferrari tends to do it more often. They make mistakes in pit road, they make mistakes on strategy. So as long as they don't shoot themselves in the foot, I think Leclerc, potentially Hamilton, both of those guys, Leclerc certainly, have the better opportunity to win, though I wouldn't put it past Lando Norris to go out and take a victory either.
Okay, so Leclerc's your top pick at 350, and yep. Would you? Is this a week where you would stay away from either Piastri, Russell, or another long shot?
No, I would absolutely go with a long shot because Melbourne is a street course and we've seen wild things happen at this track. And if you get a crash, the walls are very close to this track. If you get a crash, you get a safety car or a red flag, that completely upends the race. And we saw that 2 years ago with the most chaotic Formula One race finish I've ever seen my entire life, where the safety car, they had them form up on the grid to restart, but then their formation lap ended the race. And then on top of that, you gave somebody a 20-second penalty or whatever it was. So there was no way, I think it was Carlos Sainz, there was no way that he was ever going to be able to make that up when you're circulating under the safety car. But long story short, it's a street course. Anything can happen. The race can be totally upended. So I think this is a week, unlike some of the natural terrain road courses that Formula One races on more later in the year. I think this is a week to go ahead and take a long shot, and I would go ahead and take a George Russell.
All right. So there you go. Russell at 14-1. I like it. Let's see if he can come out ahead then. All right. So there you go. That's our preview for Australia this week. And you could also, of course, check out everything that we talked about early on. All right, so that's going to wrap it up for everybody checking us out here for the first time. F1 coverage is going to be here all season long. Anytime there's a race, we're going to be here to talk about it. We also have our NASCAR coverage. If you have never seen that, you can check that out on the channel as well. So don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of our videos, NASCAR Cup and F1 for the 2025 season. So also, you're going to have anything for RotoWire?
Yeah, every Formula One race, I do another DFS picks, so daily fantasy lineup, as well as best bets for every Formula One race on rotowire.com.
And when do those come out? Friday?
Those will be on Fridays as well. Yep.
All right. So we'll make sure to make that available right here on the video page whenever it comes out every Friday. So for CJ Radune and Greg DePalma, thanks for tuning in to our F1 preview for 2025, and we'll see you again next week.